Welcome to the Big Ree and Ace Pick 6 College Football Week 6. All right, let's go, Ace.
All right, boys. College Football Week 6. A lot of good information on the docket. Cannot wait for the weekend. Parlay tickets, packages are available live. Everything is going good. Before we get into a little Parlay 101, parlay tickets, before we got onto this video, me and Big Ree were debating. Right now, everybody knows we're based out of LA, and big trend, it's been going on for like over a year and a half now, is the Nashville Hot Chicken. All over the place, everywhere you see, Nashville Hot Chicken places, people are setting up Nashville Hot Chicken stands. It's all about Nashville Hot Chicken. I mean, you cannot get enough of it. People are going 2-3 times a week, lines, all sort of stuff. But anyhow, me and him were debating, big debate, sliders versus tenders. And it was going on, and if any of you guys really know Big Ree, they don't call Big Ree for no reason. This guy takes his food seriously, and he was getting very passionate about it's all about the sliders, and I'm all about the tenders. I love tenders. Get the orange sauce, dip it in there, throw some honey on there. We're going at it. And so just wanted to get some feedback from the viewers. What do you guys think? Sliders or tenders? Give us your vote in the comments. And then it's all about the mac and cheese. I love the mac and cheese. You can't have tenders or sliders. French fries, you got to add the side of mac. Got to do it. What do you think, Big Ree?
I agree. We can agree there.
Okay. Big Ree agrees, but he was really upset when I said tender. I'm sure if he had a tender in front of him, he probably would have threw it at me. That's how passionate he was. And real quick, in regards to the mask, we've been getting a lot of comments for the last 3 weeks. A few people are saying the same stuff in the comments. Ace, get rid of the mask. This is the last time I'm going to watch. Then the next week they do the same thing. And then the next week, okay? Stop it. Look, if you just want to see my pretty face, then just, send me a DM. Maybe I'll get you on FaceTime if you're lucky. But stop talking about the COVID hoax and the mask, okay, guys? And, all right, now we're going to get into Parlay 101. We started the parlay tickets. We got into it real quickly last week. So many messages, so many emails inquiring about the packages, asking about parlays, all sorts of very interesting stuff going on. First, I want to explain so people understand what a parlay is, how it works, and some odds about the parlay, because clearly some people get it and some people don't. So normally when you guys do your sports betting, I don't know what you guys do, but if you do a straight bet, and we're going to make this easy, with numbers for you guys, you take one game and you take the spread, and let's say you want to put $100 on that game, right? And if you win, you're going to get paid out about $90, $91 roughly. That's what it is. When you do a parlay, you have to pick at least 2 games. So it's a 2-team parlay, 3-team, 4-team, 5-team, 6-team, all the way up to like 10-team, maybe even 12-team. The highest is usually like 12 teams. Some sportsbook cap it at like 10, so it just depends on your bookie. So the minimum is 2 teams. So if you do a 2-team parlay and you put $100 on that 2-team, the payout is $260, okay? $260. So meaning instead of putting $50 on one team and $50 on the other, you're putting $100 on both, and your payout's going to be $260. So it jumps from $90 to $260. But how it works is both teams have to cover. If one team covers and one doesn't, you do not win. That's just how it wins. All the teams in the parlay have to cover. So if you have a 3-team, all 3 teams. 4 teams, all 4 teams. I know this seems pretty basic, but I guess I have to explain this. So now let's get on to a 3-team parlay. If you put $100 on a 3-team parlay, it pays about 6.25 to 1. So if you put $100 on a 3-team and you win $625 plus the 100. So you're going to have $725 in your pocket. Then we get into 4 teams. You put $100 on a 4-team, you're going to get paid out about 12.5 to 1. So if you put $100 on 4 teams, all 4 teams cover, you're going to cash about $1,250, so $1,250 plus the 100. So you're going to have $1,350 on $100. You just came up really hard. And then if we talk about a 5-team, you put $100 on a 5-team, everybody covers, it pays 25 to 1. Your $100 could turn into $2,500 plus your original 100, 26. And then the last one that I'm going to give you guys an explanation, because I think you guys get it, a 6-team parlay. If you put a 6-team parlay, it pays 50 to 1. Meaning if you hit all 6 teams for $100, you're going to get paid about $5 grand plus the 100 back, about $5,100. So you're going to turn $100 into $5,100, and 7 team is 100 to 1, 8 team is 200 to 1, etc. That's how it works. But look, getting a 4-team 12.5 to 1, a 5-team 25 to 1, it's not easy, guys. You have to get all the legs right. I don't know, probably at least 5 messages that said, hey, what's up, guys? I need a guaranteed 5-team parlay. I mean, come on, guys. Guaranteed 5-team parlay. I mean, if we could give you guaranteed 25 to 1 on our money, everybody would be subscribing here. Everybody would be billionaires. I mean, come on, guys. Absolutely ridiculous. It's not easy to win these parlays, but there's a lot of money to be made if you can hit the parlays. And that's why we started up this parlay ticket package, so people can, if you want to go big and you can try to win big, but you have, obviously there's more risk there, right? There's more risk when you do parlays, but there's more potential to win. And how we set up our packages, we try to limit that risk by giving you different parlays that are spread out with hedges, all that good stuff, but still keeping the upside. So, that's a basic parlay 101, guys. I just want to explain it to you. And the last example, I know this is kind of going long, but the last example is like with the whole 6-team parlay, guys. A lot of people, for some reason, are asking about 5 and 6 teams. If you put a 6-team parlay, let's say you just put straights on each one. You took $100 and you had $600. You put $100 on each team. If all 6 teams won, you would win $550, right? That's it. You wouldn't even double your money. That's it. You'd get $550. But if you put that $600 on a 6-team and all of those 6 teams hit, if they do hit, then you're going to cash about $31,000. So that's the difference. 550 win or 31K. So it's huge like upside, but it's hard. So anyhow, that's enough for the Parlay 101. I'm going to have to do it again in NFL because a lot of people are asking. But without further ado, here we go, boys and girls. Start you guys off here. Game 1, we got Kansas State at TCU. TCU is a 9-point favorite. Kansas State 2-1, coming off a 31-21 win versus Texas Tech. They lost to Arkansas State. Real funny team. They lost to Arkansas State in week 1. Then they came back and beat Oklahoma. So really funny team. QB Skylar Thompson got hurt. And so we don't know the status, up in the air. Freshman quarterback Howard, I think he's going to get the start. And look, their last 4 meetings have been really low-scoring affairs. And now they're going up against TCU, 1-1, coming off a 33-31 win versus Texas. Upset win. They were 10-point dogs. They won. They have given up 34 points per game. QB Max Duggan playing pretty decent. Overhyped team after this win versus Texas. And I say that because Texas is not that good anyways. But everybody loves to hype up Texas, Notre Dame. There are certain teams they like to hype up. Look, this is going to be a close game, a low-scoring game. If you look at the numbers aside, everything is telling you take the over. Everything is telling you take the over. The over is 50 here, okay? The over is 50. If you look at it regularly, dude, this is the easiest one. Dump the 401k. Stop it. This is going to go under, boys. Do not get trapped here. Take the under. And this is, like I said, you guys know I take spreads. I'm taking the under 50. Game 2, we got UNL Monroe at Liberty. Liberty is a 19-point favorite. UNL Monroe 0-4 coming off a 33-30 loss to Georgia Southern. Their quarterback Suits is playing pretty well. He's putting up numbers. That's what he's doing. And their defense is giving up on average about 35 points per game here. Liberty is 3-0 coming off a 28-7 win versus North Alabama. They're averaging 31 points per game here. Conservative team, Liberty. Look, this is the first time in our 4-year history, first time that I have done 2 over and unders in college. Never have done it. And I'm not doing it for fun, guys. There's a reason. So make sure you take your notes. I'm taking the under 58.5. That's my lock of the week, boys. Game 3, we got Tennessee at Georgia. Georgia is a 12.5-point favorite. Tennessee coming off a 35-12 win versus Missouri. You know, they won. That was one of my picks. I had Missouri plus 13. Missouri did not cover. You know, they had a bad interception at the end when they were driving. I think that was a turnaround. I had a bad week. You know, I didn't get into that. I had a bad week last week. No hiding that. It was a bad week. Look, I had a bad week, but you know what? I'm okay with that because I do the research, I put the time in, and I live with the results. Some things you can't, you know, are out of your control, but that's okay. And look, I'm still not impressed with Tennessee. Yeah, they're 2-0. They're overhyped. Their quarterback, Guarantano, 2 TDs in 2 games versus South Carolina and Missouri. Not great teams. You know, they give up on average 360 yards per game. And then we got Georgia, 2-0, coming off a 27-6 win versus Auburn. Quarterback Stetson Bennett playing well. Finally, I think he's going to be the starting QB. Look, Georgia is winning easily here. Easily, but Tennessee will manage the clock. They have a solid run game, and they're going to keep it within 12.5. This is another one that everybody's going to pound Georgia. Don't fall into this trap. This is an easy one. Take Tennessee plus 12.5. Big Ree, let's go.
First game I got is Missouri at LSU. LSU coming off a big win, 41-17 to Vanderbilt. Missouri coming off a bad loss, as Ace mentioned, 35-12 to Tennessee. This will be a good one. I think LSU wins this one pretty easily by double digits, but only by 14. I'm taking Missouri plus 20. The second game I got is Florida State at Notre Dame. Florida State 1-2, coming off a win versus Jacksonville State. Notre Dame 2-0, didn't play last week due to a game getting postponed. Notre Dame will blow these guys out. They'll win by 30. This is my lock of the week. Notre Dame minus 21. The last game I got is Florida at Texas A&M. This is going to be a very low-scoring game. Both defenses are going to come out. I'm taking Florida, Texas A&M under 59. Make sure to like, subscribe, comment, and follow us on Twitter and Instagram.
Yeah, definitely make sure to follow us on the Instagram. We're going to be active on there. DM us or send us an email at bigreandacepick6@gmail.com regarding the college football parlay packages. All right, boys.